I guess I should start recording, huh?
That was
Yeah.
Shania, you're right.
I'm going to go ahead and start.
I have started recording now.
Hey, me too.
Feeling so great about it.
Look at that.
Moi aussi.
What?
It's French. Read a book.
Is it available on audiobook?
In French.
Oh.
J'écoute de lutte.
Zut alors.
Mais oui. Bonsoir.
Doing a lot of typing there, Phil?
Huh?
Doing some typing? What are you doing?
I am getting my puzzle pieces sorted here.
Oh.
Good, because that's what we're all sitting here.
Sorry.
That's why we're here watching.
Sorry to
that.
disturb your Street Pass
Yeah.
weekend.
No problem. You know what? After this, let me just sit around and try and figure out how eBay works.
I'm done.
Maybe I'll do that
I've been
afterwards.
done.
Oh yeah.
Since before you got here.
It's been a pretty exciting 30
soon as
seconds
it said
since you finished that up.
Technical difficulties, I was done.
We'll see. Talk about read a book. It's pronounced
I didn't.
deficialis. Pronounced.
Maybe in the original Spanish.
Bonsoir, Zutalor. As they say. As they say.
I hate both of you, but mostly you, Phil.
Well, as long as I'm in there somewhere, it's an honor just to be nominated.
All right.
Je suis Napoleon!
Let's do a clap. Ready?
Greg really liked that one.
I did.
All right. 3, 2, 1. That was lovely.
How's that working out for you?
Just great.
Good.
Hello and welcome to episode 490 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, March 29th, 2016. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from Canada, Mr. Rick Seward.
Yo.
And a yo to you. And also joining me from the great state of California, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Swing!
On this very momentous occasion, this Street Pass weekend.
Word up, dog. I just got all my pink puzzle pieces, so I'm feeling pretty good right about now. Got
all the pinks for the new puzzle, too?
I got my they call it the 3 Ps.
Pink puzzle piece.
Puzzle penile dysfunction.
Sounds like
pieces.
you should
Pieces.
get
Pieces.
some kind of cream for that.
Pieces is what I meant to say. Pieces.
Kind of going into a bit of a Bill Cosby there.
Pink. Now you see, good lazum. Here's a lazum.
Yeah.
That's right. I like pudding.
You sure do.
Putting my wiener where it didn't belong.
All right.
What?
Tell me you didn't actually... You heard that somewhere, right?
I heard that somewhere.
Is that some kind of morning zoo joke?
It's funny because he's a sexual assailant.
That's not funny.
No.
No.
And you
I used to
laughed. That was the
I
worst
used to-
part. You laughed.
Yeah.
I used to listen to lots of Bill Cosby records when I was a kid.
Same
Me
here.
too.
Breaks my heart,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Breaks your heart, doesn't it?
The chocolate cake for breakfast bit is still like so good.
My favorite is still the football player with the razor blade commercial. You ever heard that one?
I don't think so.
I'm sure I probably have, but
I probably
It's
have,
a
but I don't
football
recall.
player teaching a little kid how to play football, and it's a big razor commercial.
oh, okay.
Anyway, it's hilarious.
I don't remember it, but yeah.
I'll
Now
have to
throw
Google
it.
I'll have to
D-ball.
Google it later.
It's really good.
Turns out he's a monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's upsetting. 'Cause I
Anyway.
spent a lot of hours listening to the Bill Cosby records we have.
I know.
Yeah,
Hmm.
same here. How's it going? How's your Easter?
It's going excellent.
I should have known.
oh,
Should have known.
oh, sweet crumpets.
I hate this episode, and it's 5 minutes long so far.
Already.
Oh, man.
I don't think we're gonna make it over 500 episodes
Oh,
if
that's.
we keep on this path.
It's a miracle.
Oh, gee.
Speaking of eggs and egg-shaped items, you see
What's that?
You see that fake NX picture?
Yeah, I did.
Goes all over the internet.
Yep.
Mhm.
The man with the 3D printer can do all sorts of crazy stuff these days, can't he?
I love that we have gone from people saying, "Oh yeah, that's a Photoshop," like clearly,
I've seen a lot of shops in my day.
yeah,
Yeah.
to now with 3D printers, you can pretty much make anything
Just
look
make whatever you want.
pretty authentic.
Yeah.
I love the best part about it was so after it came out, the internet put on their detective
Went berserk.
caps.
Yeah.
They put on their fedoras and began sleuthing.
Mm-hmm.
Saw that the keyboard on the MacBook Pro on the desk was a Swedish layout,
Yeah.
and then there was a reflection of a tree in the
Jesus Christ.
supposed device.
Yeah.
So they made a connection that it was Ubisoft's massive entertainment office that has trees in front of it.
Because there was a tree.
It could be it. I loved that. That revelation was the best part of this whole thing.
Oh man.
People
Some
trying to
dude.
justify.
Some dude sitting at his computer with a copy of Photoshop actually thought to himself, zoom in, enhance, while he was looking at that, didn't he?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
man,
Yeah,
I still want to watch Blade Runner again. I had a craving to watch Blade Runner this morning.
really.
For some reason, I just didn't have the time.
Filing away those Snatcher Sega CDs got you in the mood.
I think that's what it was, actually.
I'm sure that's what it was. You've been,
Yeah.
I've been Greg, I've been watching you lately, and I know you've been sorting
Through the
your
window.
collection. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't blame you.
Mm.
yeah.
I mean, I could blame you, but why?
I don't know.
You know?
You have trees outside your window that could be a reflection in a 3D printed object. Yeah. To bring it on back to the topic at hand.
What's it on the shelf behind you, CJ?
What?
Probably something
Just,
embarrassing.
Which
you,
thing?
you have your shelf with the ET box on it,
Yeah.
and then off
Agree.
to, I guess that would be, if you're looking at it, you're the right. There's I just like, is that just a bunch of boxes? A bunch of white boxes?
No, those are PS2 games. Oh,
No.
Japanese PS2 games.
It's a bunch of white.
This is. I'm sure this is amazing for the people who are just listening.
No,
to it.
it looks like it looks like it looks like a bunch of boxes and maybe some like bubble wrap or something on top of it. Just
Bubble wrap.
it looks like a 1950s UFO
Uh-huh.
on your shelf behind you there.
Well, maybe it is a 1950s UFO. You ever think
Well,
about it that way?
Yeah, knowing you, it might just be.
All right.
This episode brought to you
Oh God.
by Cactus Cooler. Cactus Cooler.
No.
For
No.
the
Ecto?
for the orange pineapple blast. Well, the Ecto Cooler's not out yet. Ecto Cooler has not hit stores.
When will it?
So
Did you go see Batman v Superman?
I did. We
Yeah?
saw it last night.
What'd you think about it?
There you go.
Okay.
Batman certainly was versus Superman in it. I will say this. It's weird. Batman v it gets the name Batman v Superman, not because there's an elaborate superhero fight, but because there's a long drawn out
lawsuit.
hour and 20 minute Yeah, courtroom battle.
It is.
Wow.
It was a bold direction for the movie, I have to say.
Yeah, yeah. It kind of slowed it down right in the middle of it. It's not as bad as I was expecting based on all the negative press, the bad reviews. But I mean, it's certainly not good, and it's a kind of it's there's a lot of it that's just kind of a mess. But
It is a mess. Yeah, it is.
did you
Yeah,
see it?
yeah. I went and saw it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I've
Um,
certainly seen worse superhero movies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mid '90s, there were a lot of really bad superhero movies.
I mean, I saw Catwoman. I
Ugh.
saw Elektra. It's certainly better
Yeah,
than
yeah.
those. But yeah, it's still kind of a mess.
It's It strikes me as them trying to play catch up.
Mm.
Like Marvel has built
Oh yeah, for
a
sure.
universe with multiple films. Let's do the same thing in one movie.
We need a cinematic universe stat.
Stat. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I didn't dislike Batfleck. I thought he was all right.
Oh no, he was fine. I actually thought he
Um,
was quite good.
he played like an older, pissed off Batman really well.
Right.
Um, yeah, a lot of really confusing things during the first part of the movie, like the visions he was having.
Yeah, there were a couple of sort of dream sequence / hallucinations
And there were
that
like dreams within hallucinations. They were just.
they didn't yeah, they were sloppily incorporated.
And apparently, if you're a big fan of the comics and been reading them for years and years, a lot of that stuff made way more sense than it did to you and I. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we were spending 20 minutes after the movie on the internet trying to figure out what the hell we'd just seen in some of those.
Why was Batman wearing like military fatigues
Yeah, and like
and then suddenly there were bugs.
yeah, and then
Giant
the person who
bugs.
jumped out and warned him. It's like, was that?
Well, that was
that-
Flash.
Well, I figured it out later,
Yeah. That was
but I
the
didn't realize
Flash.
that that's who it was.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, action sequences are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Movie was really dark and depressing, and the first like hour of it felt like about 5 hours. Like
Yeah,
nothing happened. I was like,
Yeah.
somebody please put on a costume and go punch something, please. Like, my God, But anyway,
Yeah.
and I can't stand what's his name who played Lex Luthor. I just,
Oh yeah, he was terrible.
in general, just can't stand him, and he was a terrible choice.
Facebook. Yes.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah,
Jason
Jason
Facebook.
Yeah, Jason Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, he was not. He was doing a poor man's Joker / Riddler.
Yeah,
And
well, that's
not
just
really.
it, right? He was totally trying to do what, yeah, Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, and all those, what those movies became is what he was trying to do, and it just didn't work.
And I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I was surprised that they decided to cram that whole storyline in at the end.
Very
well.
very much a Venom and Spider-Man 3
Yeah. Yeah.
situation there.
Yeah. Let's see if we can cram this entire plot line in like the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah. They needed to make 3 movies. That needed
Yeah.
to be 3 movies.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
you're right, not terrible, but not great.
Not as bad as I had thought, but yeah, not good.
Be
By
interesting
any
to see if
stretch.
they really do birth an entire universe out of that film, because I know they've got Affleck signed up for like 5 more movies,
Oh, really?
but and they've got what's his name directing the first 2 Justice League films, so God knows how that's gonna go.
Zack Snyder.
Yeah,
Yeah. What do you think of Wonder Woman, though?
I liked her.
Yeah, I did too.
I wish she had been more of a key player in the film.
Right.
Before the end, but overall, I liked her. Yeah.
Yeah, so did I.
No,
Yeah.
the scenes where they were all fighting together were great.
Yeah.
Although holy crap, like I don't know what it is with. I mean, I like how they folded the whole disaster aspect of the end of the last Superman film, made it the setting for this film, because I remember watching that movie and going like, oh my God, like thousands of people have just died.
Yeah.
And then it was like every single explosion in this movie was bigger than the last one.
Well, did
They were,
you
leveling entire islands?
did you catch the slightly awkward dialogue though? Whenever, like when the big fight was about to happen at the end, suddenly the news report came on. It's not work hours, so the downtown area is empty.
And then
Nobody's in the
Superman gets
building.
thrown into a building, and the whole building collapses.
Oh, woo! Good thing everyone got out of there before that
thank
happened.
God it's Sunday.
Superman, there was like that island.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They crash into that island, and then just some military guy pipes up. Oh, that island's uninhabited.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. So funny. Anyway.
Yeah. Really trying to let the audience know that no one's getting hurt. It's okay.
That
it's
explosion,
okay.
yeah. That explosion was just like 1,400 square miles. Thank God it's uninhabited islands.
Woo!
Right in the middle of what's supposed to be,
Luckily,
Manhattan.
downtown Metropolis is pretty much empty this time of day, so we're
Nobody lives
good.
there. We're all
We're
in Gotham,
good.
which is just across the bay.
That's a that whole area is zoned for commercial, and all the businesses are closed right around now, so it's okay. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Not a great movie.
Yeah.
I think even Batman was like, "Oh, it's okay. These docks are abandoned.
Yep.
Don't worry, Wonder Woman. No one's hanging out here at this time of day. We can blow up whatever we want. We got carte blanche on blowing stuff up right now, Wonder Woman. You just go ahead and have fun. Don't worry about it." Hey, CJ.
CJ, you gonna take control of the show again or what?
I'm just gonna let this go.
I control the night, but you don't even control your show.
So those NX pictures, huh?
Yeah, it turns out they were fake.
Yeah.
Who cares about those?
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
It was fun for a few minutes.
Yeah.
And of course, what is it? This week is April Fool's Day, so I'm sure we'll.
Oh, good. That's the best time on the internet.
The best. The absolute best.
Yeah.
You know what else is also happening this week? Another round of PSVR pre-orders.
Yeah.
Last week, of course.
Who cares?
The launch bundle went up on pre-order, and then this week we'll get the base unit with it's just the headset, no camera, no move controllers.
I'm all about that base.
Yeah. So I pre-ordered one last week, the launch bundle, successfully on Amazon.
Yep. Oh, you're getting the bundle, are you?
Yeah, I figured why not.
I'm going to get the base package. I already have the camera and one move controller, so I'm good.
Yeah, I thought, well, maybe I'd get that, but I don't know. I don't know.
You have a camera, don't you?
I do have a camera. But
you have a camera and you have move controllers, and you still bought the big bundle.
I could probably sell.
What is wrong with you?
Why don't you just...
What? Why?
What?
DJ? What is wrong with you?
Well, now I have a pre-order. I have a pre-order for the bundle. Maybe I'll try to get the base unit and then cancel the other one. I could do that.
Huh.
Yeah. What?
I need Adrian's number. I need to find an intervention. You've got a problem.
An intervention.
Yeah. I need to know if she knows what's going on in that office. Because I certainly feel like she doesn't.
Oh, okay. Phil, you pre-ordered too, right?
Yeah, but I don't have the camera or anything, so...
Yeah?
So, there you go.
All right.
I did. I broke down and... I broke down and pre-ordered.
I can't wait for the first episode where we're all just doing the whole episode wearing the headsets.
That's going to be a great episode.
Staring off into space.
You guys look a lot better in VR. Don't mind saying.
That's right. So yeah, the non-bundle goes on sale this week. And the bundle sold out pretty quickly on Amazon. I guess it was up on Best Buy for longer, but Best Buy kind of has a history of canceling people's pre-orders. So
yeah, I was an unsafe driver. I pre-ordered mine while I was driving to work.
Oh, for God's sake!
What?
It went up for sale at what, 7 p.m. Pacific time?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. Pacific, yeah. Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
And at 7 a.m. Pacific time, I am en route to my job. So what are you gonna do? I knew that it would be sold out in like
Be
5
grown up
minutes.
and wait until you're, pull over or something like that to order it.
Pull over?
Yeah,
How
did
does
you
that
pull
work?
over at least?
Huh?
How fast were you
No.
going when you were
I,
pre-ordering?
I waited till I was on a straightaway in the highway and I could hit cruise control.
That doesn't make it
That's not.
okay. It's not. That's like the least.
For what?
You're
No,
the
for no,
least of your
no,
worries
no,
in that
no,
situation.
no. It's okay because I was holding the phone like right up in front of my eyes, so I was still kind of looking out the car window.
So there was no chance you pre-ordered the wrong thing. Well, that's good anyway.
I don't want to. Do you think I want to take a risk like that?
I hate both of you.
I was at a stoplight.
When
I
you
was at a
started
stop.
pre-ordering it.
Huh?
When you started the
No,
pre-order.
I did one touch purchasing, dude.
Yeah,
One touch purchase.
it's one of those amazing new technologies.
One tap and
You know what?
I'm good to go.
Both your
What's that?
stories, yeah. You're both
You
incredibly irresponsible for different reasons.
Well.
At least
I mean-
mine is safer.
Yeah, okay.
For what it's worth, I survived. The guy in the
That's not true.
crosswalk.
Yeah. He'll survive.
I can't.
I have not reached out to him yet, but
For what
I'm
it's
told
worth, I yelled sorry.
he was breathing when I left the scene.
I signed his cast.
I yelled sorry. I think the window was down, but I don't know.
All right
I
then.
couldn't tell because I was staring at my phone.
Well, again, you think I want to risk getting the wrong thing?
Well, that would be terrible.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I understand.
Thank you.
So let's talk studio closures and layoffs because those are fun. Evolution Studios, the Drive Club
Ooh,
and
That's too
Motorstorm
bad.
Studio closed its doors last week. And apparently Fifth Cell, the folks behind Scribblenauts, laid off a bunch of people too.
Oh,
Apparently
really?
they were making another Scribblenauts game?
They were?
I read that somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll take your word for that.
Yep.
Either way.
And to keep this, keep the bad news train rolling, the Nikkei has reported that the Nintendo is going to stop Wii U production.
It's pronounced Nike.
Nike. The Nikkei journal or whatever. It's a business paper. It's one of them things.
Okay.
They say Nintendo is going to stop production of the Wii U in 2016. So, what do you think?
I
think
I'm less broken up about that.
Yeah.
Just because, yeah, okay. Of course they are.
Yeah.
They already made enough of them. You can probably make enough.
So.
Exactly. So there you go.
If you want your Wii U, get it now.
That's right. In other Nintendo news, I guess we skipped this one last week. So it was announced or somehow revealed that Star Fox Zero has a new game mode that is an invincibility, or it's like an invincible mode for beginning players.
Really?
Yeah, and
baby mode is what you're
sent
saying.
the internet into a tizzy.
Yeah, well,
because it's for babies.
the internet.
That sounds like a very Nintendo thing to do. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I like that they give you that option. It's I mean they do that in a lot of their games. They do that in Mario right now. The Mario and Luigi game that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned last week how it's gotten very minigame heavy near the end.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is that if you screw up those minigames a few times, it'll find you say, you know what? Do you want to just keep going without the minigame? Yes, I do.
Okay.
I like that.
Cool.
I like not getting stuck in a game, but you don't have to. You know, you can say no. I want to do the minigame until I get it right.
Well, in some
And
of the
you
new
can do that too.
Mario games as well. They do the after you die a set number of times, they give you the option for the invincible Tanuki suit.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's great.
Yeah. And certainly, since I have a 4-year-old that enjoys playing video games but really can't do very much at all in them, she will certainly appreciate a mode where you can't die. So.
Yeah, but what are you teaching your child, DJ? You're teaching her that you can just
go through life and
yeah.
You've
got to learn those harsh lessons.
Got to learn those Dark Souls lessons early, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
I'll tell you what, she can make it through the beginning portion of Twilight Princess pretty fast now. Because what I've just been restarting her a bunch of times.
The beginning portion of Twilight Princess pretty fast. So what? It takes her 10 hours.
That's exactly right. She can get through it pretty good by herself.
She can get through it pretty. She can get through it.
Thank you, Phil.
Pretty well.
Okay, fine. Well. Jeez, Professor.
Hey, Poindexter.
So yeah, she can do the fishing part. She can do the goat herding, the horse controls. She's fine with sword.
Amazing.
Sword stuff. It's good. I'm proud. I'm a proud papa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you what.
I tell you what.
Yeah, and hey, this weekend is the 3DS's 5-year anniversary. 5 years of 3DS.
Wow.
2011, 2016. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's exciting.
Why not?
I feel like I'm the only host this week. How's that? I mean, you guys can talk your Batman, Superman.
Well, we tried to, talk about something interesting.
Oh, okay, fine. Wow.
That's good.
Just wow.
That's good.
I guess we'll skip right into what we've been playing then.
No, entertain us some more.
I can't. I can't
get excited about all your Nintendo news every week. I'm sorry.
Well, then add some other news to the outline.
No. Sounds like a whole lot of work.
There's nothing else on here. I'm the only one adding things. All right. Greg,
boy.
Tell us about what you've been playing.
I'm just searching eBay right now for Sega hardware.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Terra Drive. A Sega Terra Drive.
The Sega Terror Drive?
Terra Drive.
That freaking Cobra Commander built his own video game system.
Some kind of Saturn variant?
No, it's a Mega Drive Windows PC.
Really?
Oh, okay. I heard of that thing.
They're expensive. I'm not going to get one. What have I been playing this week? Let me go check the outline because I don't know. Trackmania. I downloaded Trackmania.
Yeah.
This week. Because I had some money to throw away, and a lot of my friends are playing it. I never really played a Trackmania game before. I had the DS or 3DS. I don't know which one it was. Somehow came
PC games, right?
Yeah, I've never played the PC games.
Oh, okay.
But there was a DS or 3DS version. I can't remember which.
Oh.
Which I wasn't crazy about, and sold that pretty quickly. But I gave this a shot anyway. It's kind of a neat little game. It's basically like Trials.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Trials? But with
I do remember Trials.
But from a behind the car perspective, and you're driving 4-wheel vehicles instead. You usually have like short little races to do, and it's got tons of loops and jumps and tricks and ghosts for like play against the best time in the world, play against the bronze ghosts, play against your friends' ghosts, that sort of thing. And a lot of restarting all the time. Restart. But it's pretty neat. It's fun to sit down with and play for like 10 minutes at a time and get a couple levels in. And the levels are very short, so the restarting's not a huge deal because 10 seconds, restart again, 10 more seconds, and it doesn't load on the restarts or anything. It's all instantaneous. It's kind of nice.
Okay.
One thing I will say though, I got it on the Xbox One, and the load times are pretty bad. But when you first start it up, it actually forces you to the store to download whatever Ubisoft's latest social
club, Ubisoft Club.
Is it UB Club?
Ubisoft Club, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it directs you to the store. It actually takes you out of the game and places you on the store landing page for that app, and asks you to download that app.
Okay.
You have to back out of it to get back into the game. And then so that happened, and then I was actually playing it again last night, and when I was playing it again last night, it automatically snaps the UB Club app to the side of the screen.
What?
Yeah, like it controls it. Like it's like, oh, you can snap that app, and it's like, but I didn't want to do that. Like, yep, controls the whole thing. It's
Let me ask you a question.
invasive.
Do you prefer or do you use these app snapping at all?
No.
Because they like force snap. Like when I want to look up achievements or whatever, they automatically like boot that up and snap.
I actually kind of like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I also like if you do want to broadcast, like through Twitch or something, that they snap all the.
Yeah, for that it works.
So, I mean, that's nice. There are uses for it, and I have actually watched television while I'm playing, doing that as well. Like if there's a hockey game on or something, I'll leave it on over there so I can hear it and look at it if I want to, and snap to it immediately.
Have you pre-ordered a PSVR while driving in Trackmania? Just kidding. No.
Is there an Amazon app?
Call back. Internet Explorer.
Yeah, that seems like no.
Okay.
So anyway, I mean, no, I like having it there if I want to use it. I don't like apps just automatically snapping to my screen. It's like,
no,
what the hell, man?
That seems bad. Yeah.
Yeah. But Trackmania Turbo, pretty cool little game.
All right.
The only thing I really played this week was Sonic 3D Blast on the Saturn.
Again?
I haven't finished it yet. I'm at the final boss.
What? Why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't know. I don't listen, man. My life's been, in the last month or so.
Oh man,
Find stuff to do.
Sonic 3D Blast.
Sonic 3D Blast.
Come on, man.
It's like Anyway.
No, I know.
It's got great music.
I know you got better Saturn games than that, though, man. Come on.
Yeah, I do. You're right.
You
could Sega Rally or something like that.
Oh man,
right?
Sega Rally.
Yeah.
That's some good playing.
Heck yeah. All
That's
right.
all I got.
Phil?
Yeah. What?
What do you have for us?
Well,
what hot and fresh new games?
What?
Where were you going with that?
Yeah, where were you going with that?
Nowhere.
Okay.
Clearly.
Hey, you know what came out this week? What hot, fresh, and new?
Yeah.
Your dumb face.
That didn't make any sense at all.
About as much sense as this episode is in general.
Well, I have eaten like about 4 dozen marshmallow peeps today, so you will have to.
We're in trouble.
Excuse me for at least some of this. Nintendo, you guys know Nintendo. Greg, I know you like talking about Nintendo.
So I know about it.
Nintendo started a new promotion this week where you can get early access to a free game that they have coming out. I think the game comes out in about a month, but you can get it now if you purchase an amiibo from participating retailers. I am referring to Mini Mario and Friends Amiibo Challenge.
I don't understand.
Well, this is you're familiar with the Mini Mario franchise?
Yeah.
The sort of
vaguely
what Mario
understood why it's a franchise, but yeah.
What Mario versus Donkey Kong has sort of turned into, the kind of Lemmings inspired manipulating wind-up toy Marios through little action puzzle stages.
Mainly, I just want to play Lemmings at this point, but yes.
Yes. Well, there's a new one of those games coming out. It's going to be, from what I understand, it's free to play. But yeah, it comes out.
Free to start.
Yeah, free to start. Well, not really free to start because you need an amiibo to play it.
I guess you're right. So it is
you have to have at least an amiibo.
Uh-huh.
But if you purchase an amiibo from, I believe, Amazon, GameStop, or Best Buy, you will get a download code to download the game to your 3DS and Wii U, and you can start playing it early. So, I bought an amiibo.
Which amiibo?
The other day. I bought, because my son and I have been playing Pokken Tournament, and he's getting a kick out of that. We picked up the Mewtwo amiibo because he really likes playing as and fighting against Shadow Mewtwo.
Okay.
So I picked up the little a Mewtwo amiibo for him, for us, for me, and he can look at it.
For you, yeah, okay. That's where I was waiting for us to
You
get.
Can't reach it. But yeah, so now we have the Mewtwo amiibo, but we got our little download codes. So I was playing that, and then it's that Lemmings kind of game, but certain levels are hidden behind character-specific amiibos. Because they just want, they're just trying to sell you amiibos. Turns out it's a racket. It's a big racket to get you to buy more junk.
Who could have seen that coming?
I know, right? But I'll take it. I have a handful of amiibos that can access stages in that game, so
sure.
So why not? I'll take a quote unquote free game.
Yeah.
I also picked up a PS2 Classic that was just re-released on the PS4 this week. Yes.
Do tell.
What could that be?
It's a game
Okage Shadow Warrior? Or Shadow King?
Not Okage Shadow King, although I do still have my Okage Shadow King bottle opener.
That was a nice bottle opener.
From the that was
I remember that, yeah.
Back when that game was coming out on the PS2, Sony sent very nice little bottle openers to the press.
Yeah.
So, no, I picked up a game that is very near and dear to the hearts of Player One podcast listeners and most of the hosts.
I've played it a lot.
Rockstar's secret best game, Bully.
Yeah.
Bully came out. They re-released it on.
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS2 version. All graphically kind of shined up a little bit. Frame rate fixed.
Yep. It's got trophies now for those into that, and
Yep.
So I picked it up.
Hey, I did too.
Cool. That's eating up some hard drive space, I bet.
Well, now I can play it in remote play.
Now I can continue to not play it on my Vita.
Exactly.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's
I started playing it.
I don't know what the bigger waste of money was. You rebuying a PlayStation camera, or you tricking yourself into buying a copy of Bully like you're gonna play it.
Should we do the game club in a couple weeks?
I don't know. Last I heard, we were supposed to do that like a year or two ago.
I don't have the time to play it again.
Oh.
I'm happy to do it at some point, but not in 2 weeks.
Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll do something.
Yeah, you're not gonna play it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna disappoint all our listeners once again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and that's all you've been playing?
That's it. Why, is there something else I should have been playing?
No. You know, there are new. There's some new stages in Super Mario Maker that give you new.
I did play those.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I did. Who did I unlocked Wolf Link,
Nice.
and I unlocked some little anime girl
Yep.
who I have no idea who it is, but it's some little anime girl. I unlocked what's the Mary O? Is that her name?
Yeah. The instruction manual.
Yeah, character in Mario Maker.
Yeah.
And someone else maybe? Did I unlock someone else? I don't remember.
You probably did.
But they had added a few new characters to that game.
They sure did.
So I did play through and unlock those.
Nice.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
look,
nice.
look! I bought some toys. Look, I bought some video game relevant toys.
Okay.
You know, they
You gonna
They
show
have
them to
these-
us? You're just gonna say you bought them?
no, I'm just gonna I'm getting them down here
Mm-hmm.
for those watching us on the YouTube. You know, they have
That's what I
They
love
have
about Phil's
these-
house. All the top shelves are empty.
yeah. Well, I can't afford a step stool.
No.
Jack's Pacific has released. They have their World of Nintendo figures, and they have all these little Nintendo figures, but they've come out with these little sort of pixely ones. Oh yeah, there's your. We have our matching Donkey Kong figures,
That's right.
and there I have. There's Mario, and there's my Rarg,
There's your Rarg.
and my 8-bit Link figure right there.
Nice.
But I found out that Walgreens, of all places, has some exclusive repaints of these figures. So I tracked down a Walgreens where I got my white outfitted Link right
Racist.
there. Yep. White Links matter too, Greg. Don't.
No, see, that's not okay. You're not allowed to do
Yeah, that's
No.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not even
And-
gonna that.
No.
And look at
He's
this.
laughing, but you don't
this.
have to be.
There's-
Yeah.
What's
there's,
that old-timey silent film Mario?
There's black and white Mario right there. See?
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be Game Boy Mario, even though
So
the Game
you-
Boy Mario
See,
sprite
that
doesn't
looks
look like this.
That looks like Mario when my dad wouldn't let me play on the TV in the living room.
You had to go to the old TV
The old black and
In
white
the-
set.
down in the den.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. So I got my Walgreens exclusive World of Nintendo figures. So
Nice.
yeah, I went to
Another thing to check off the bucket list.
yeah. I went to a toy show a couple weeks ago with my pal Justin from over there at my Points of Articulation toy podcast, and I saw some dude trying to sell this Link figure, which retails for about $4. I saw and I said, "Oh, well, how much are you charging for that?" And he told me he was charging $20 for that.
Wow.
And I said,
Quite a margin.
"I will hand that right back to you because let's be serious."
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are fairly cheaply made too. They are not
I'm shocked.
Amigo quality.
It's funny because
Construct-
Jack's Pacific is known for its high quality merchandise.
Are you complaining that the $4 toy is not as nice as the $13 toy?
That's
Is
right.
that what you're saying? These are actually pretty decent for a little $4 toy.
They're okay for $4. Yeah.
What's
but
what's
$20,
wrong?
no way.
What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them for a $4 figure?
Nothing.
For a $4 figure, I think these are actually pretty darn nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not pay a $20 collectible markup on them, no.
No.
But for $4, yeah, they're pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And Jack Specific does okay stuff. It's jazzwares that you need to stay away from in terms of toys. If you want crappy action figures, Jazzwares is the place to go for those.
I don't care.
Okay. This is a good episode.
And I just saw a tweet.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, hacker alias that sports gamer,
It was a scratch.
friend of the show, TJ Lauerman.
Yeah.
Posted a just posted a tweet of the thumbnail of our episode. It's Stewart picking his nose.
It was a scratch. There was no pick. There was no nasal penetration.
I think we have a new episode thumbnail.
Yeah. I think we have a new
I
episode.
sat here and listened to
podcast cover art
conversation about the quality of a $4 pixelated figure, and you're going to do that to me?
Yes, indeed, we certainly are.
No comment.
It's
You
on.
don't know us very well, do he?
All right. Well, I've been playing Twilight Princess.
I hate you guys.
Slowly.
Oh, good. Tell us what other
Slowly.
new and fresh game you've been playing lately.
That's
This week
fresh,
on the
right?
Nintendo Cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played some more Fire Emblem. Also,
Uh-huh.
chapter 14.
Still
now.
got my sealed copy.
It's a fantastic game. You really should break that
I
open.
need to finish Mario and Luigi first.
You really should finish Mario and Luigi then.
I'm trying to.
And I started up Ori and the Blind Forest on Xbox One.
Oh, yeah?
The definitive edition came out a couple of weeks ago,
Cool.
and I had heard great things about it, and it's one of them Metroidvanias, which I do enjoy.
Yeah.
So I started playing that, and wow, it looks incredibly beautiful, and the gameplay is really fun. The platforming's good. Little light puzzle solving. I'm not too terribly far into the game. I've only played about an hour and 15 minutes or so, but I can already tell it's gonna be a good ride.
Humdinger.
It's gonna be a humdinger.
Real humdinger.
of a ride.
Humdinger of a ride. And then I picked up Bully, of course, and started playing that.
And we all know how that went.
We all know how that's gonna end.
Oh, you know what I picked up?
What's that?
I forgot to mention this because it happened earlier in the week, and it happened sort of automatically because I had it pre-ordered.
Mm.
You know what came out this week?
Oh, Day of the Tentacle.
Day of the Tentacle remastered.
Yes.
Yes, I had that it all preloaded and unlocked and everything. So I'm replaying Day of the Tentacle, which is such a good game. It's such a good game. Greg, did you play Day of the Tentacle?
Fandango, and I wasn't crazy about Grim Fandango.
I like Day of the Tentacle better than Grim Fandango.
Yeah?
lot of people-
I'll grab it eventually.
There are probably a lot of people who will disagree with me on that, but I actually like Day of the Tentacle quite a bit more than Grim Fandango. So you did not play that back in the day?
No, I was sort of... I didn't play a lot of PC games for quite a while. I played a bunch of stuff, bunch of really old school stuff, and then didn't play PC games for a long time because I just didn't have one.
Time where you were out of it. That happens.
Yeah.
That was actually the game that sold me my first PC back in the
Really?
day. I was working at Babbage's at the time, and I was a big fan of Maniac Mansion, having played through it a crap ton of times on my Commodore 64.
Mm-hmm.
And then Day of the Tentacle came out. I was super excited for it. And thanks to Babbage's generous and morally dubious checkout policy, I was able to take Day of the Tentacle out of the store and over to my friend's house who had a PC. And he and I would play it quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And that checkout policy was great.
Yeah, if you were an employee there.
Yeah, exactly.
Not so great if you were buying re-shrink wrapped software at new prices, but
That's true. That's true.
Whatever.
That was one of the best. That was the best perk of working at Babbage's. Come on.
Yeah.
Best.
Yeah. But yeah, it was it eventually got me to buy my first computer. Bought a copy of the game. Had my first PC and yeah, just played through it and I freaking love that game. Really funny. I love the animation.
Yeah.
Some really clever puzzles.
Looks really, really, really good.
Yeah, I mean it's clearly just sort of run through a filter. You know, it's and
no, they redrew it. They did there's a whole thing. They redrew the stuff for that.
Did they
didn't
really
run it
though?
through a filter.
You sure about that?
Yeah, look it up.
There's a lot of parts where it looks like they just ran it through an emulator filter.
Oh, okay.
Like to the point where
Sure.
like things lose detail.
Oh.
You know, there's one part in the game where you find a gun. It's like kind of a cartoony gag, flag popping out of it style gun. And I couldn't really tell what it was in the remastered artwork. Yeah, I click on it and it's like, oh, that's a gun? And then I because you could switch to the old school graphics in real time, and I switched to the old graphics, and it's like, oh, this actually looks a lot more detailed with the old pixel art.
So it does say that it's been redrawn in super high resolution, but does that mean that a person redrew it or a computer algorithm?
Yeah, exactly. That's
it could be either.
that's a very broad terminology there. It does.
But I think it looks.
Oh no,
good.
It looks
really
great.
good.
I mean, it looks great. Like I said, though, there are a couple occasions though where, whatever it was that redrew it, sort of lost some of the finer details that were in the original pixel art. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, but still a great game. I am loving it, and it does still have the original Maniac Mansion hidden away in there.
Yes.
Yes, in one of the areas you find what is essentially Commodore 64, and if you click on it, it will load up the original Maniac Mansion game, which you can play in its entirety. So, really good game. And I was actually, when I started off, I was remembering some of the old puzzle solutions, but it has been a long enough time where I am now I'm stuck at this point, so I need to sit down and mess around with it some more and do a little more exploration. But yeah, what a great game. Really, really enjoyed Day of the Tentacle. So there you go.
Cool.
There you go.
Well, I guess that's it for that. Let's do some tweets.
Okie dokie.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Megaball, who says, "I'm excited over Super Metroid." It says Smetroid?
Smetroid.
Dragon Quest 7 and 8, currently playing The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Why do I like old games better than new ones?
Because old games are awesome.
Because everything from when you were a kid is better than everything today.
Because you're an adult now and you don't have 20 to 100 hours to put into every single game you want to play.
That's true.
Because it's the children who are wrong.
Right. Screw them.
Especially the multiplayer games where if you miss like one day,
oh god,
you're screwed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
What was the question?
I'm excited over Super Metroid, Dragon Quest 7 and 8. Currently playing Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Why do I like old games better than new ones?
It's funny because all those games are over 20 hours long, but my point still stands.
You can beat Super Metroid in under 20.
That's true. Yeah.
Isn't Dragon Quest 7 not that great though? I never played it, but I never really heard anything good about it.
I've always heard that if you look past the first, I think, couple hours and the fact that the game looks like dog dookie.
Yeah.
That it's actually quite a good game.
Yeah.
Well, it just takes a long time to get into it.
The 3DS game that is coming out this year is completely remade graphically too. It's not going to look like crap anymore. So
I still vividly remember when they brought that game to the EGM offices to show it off, and how they were so excited about the retro stylings of it, and just remember looking at it and saying like, this looks awful. Looks god awful.
Yeah, Dragon Quest 8 looks great though.
Oh, Dragon Quest 8 is gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really pretty game.
Yeah. The 3DS remake doesn't look all that great, but the PlayStation 2 version, mwah.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
And Wind Waker, that's just a classic.
Stop it.
In general.
Yes, it is.
All right, Hacker Alias Out of Time 88. With the Wii U possibly ending production, where does it rank in the pantheon of Nintendo systems? In my opinion, right at the top of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Really?
I'm going to agree with that, actually.
Really?
In terms of home consoles, yeah, it's right up there with the SNES for me as well.
What's the criteria? Why do you put it there?
Number of great games.
Really?
For me, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Indignant.
you're up against some stiff competition there. You're saying that based on the number of great games on the system, the Wii U is right up there with the Super Nintendo.
For me, yes.
Above the Game Boy,
For
the
me,
Game Boy Advance, above the GameCube. See, I can see you above the Wii.
Above the GameCube, yeah.
Above the N64.
Above the N64, yes.
Based on number of great games.
Yeah.
Can you count?
Apparently not.
Number of great games.
Yeah.
Over the N64? I could see that.
I could see I could see that. I could see an argument for being over the Wii and over the GameCube. NES? Really?
Yeah.
Over NES and SNES?
I don't.
Over SNES?
You vex me, Johnston. You vex
All
me.
right. Where
Over
would you put it?
SNES?
Where would you put it then?
Based on number of great games, if that's what we're doing.
Well, number of great games
it's
and how much
pretty
fun
low
you
on the
have with it
Nintendo
and how
list.
much you play it and all that.
Still pretty low
stuff.
on the Nintendo list.
Low on the Nintendo list for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta say, some really good games on it. But I mean, when you really sit down, if you were to list out what you would call great games across Nintendo consoles, it would be a sliver of that list. And if you're asking me to rank it based on how much time I spent playing the system, it would be with the Wii, and it would be at the bottom. I played all my other Nintendo consoles way more than I played the Wii U. Just saying. I mean, it is what it is. But I just thought it was really, I don't know. It's weird to hear you say that you're basing it on a number of great games when you're talking about, like, the Super Nintendo had over 1,000 games, and a huge chunk of them were great games.
Sure. Yeah, the Super Nintendo has great games. Yeah.
And yes, same thing. I would argue the GameCube had a better library, but
I don't know about that.
And I don't know, the Game Boy library, if you go Game Boy Color, I don't know. I can't go with you on that.
Okay.
DS, 3DS. The Wii U did not have a great life. It didn't have a great library. It had some good games, but I wouldn't say it had a great library.
All right, Phil.
Sorry to take the wind out of the podcast, but I just yeah.
Well, the thing I like to ask myself when looking at the library, it's like, okay, is it a great library?
Oh God.
Or is it a great
Wii U library?
Right.
And I think I don't know. I like. I'd have to sit down. I mean, it's certainly not better than the SNES. Come on, don't be
I
silly.
didn't say better than the SNES. I said
you're
right
saying-
up there with the Super Nintendo.
See, I don't see that.
Don't
though.
be
Even
silly.
right up there.
Don't be
Yeah.
silly. That's just.
What are you talking
That's
about?
just-
Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, Hyrule
That's two.
Warriors, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD.
Wind Waker HD's a
Mario-
remake.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Mario
Come on.
Kart 8, Pikmin 3, New Super Mario Brothers U, new Luigi U. Huh?
No,
The
you don't get to
time
count
trial.
that.
Are you putting
You
the
don't get
time
to count
trial
that.
game up there
No.
as one of like the
Yes,
top?
I am. I liked
No,
that game.
see that's
No
when
Treasure
you're stretching.
Tracker.
That would be like saying the Saturn is great because of Sonic, Sonic R, Sonic Jam, and
Lego
Sonic 3
City
Blast.
Undercover, Nintendo Land, and
Hey, don't. Nintendo Land.
I knew that
Really?
would get you.
I mean,
knew it.
certainly,
I knew it.
certainly, you know, I'm going to give you Lego City Undercover, but
Of
come
course.
on. Nintendo Land. Come on. Man.
I love Nintendo Land.
See, you're.
I played Nintendo Land this
So I
weekend
guess
with
really the conversation we could be having is let's define the word great. Because we clearly have different definitions.
Okay.
Dubba.
Mario
Yeah.
3D World was great.
Yeah, Mario 3D World.
I'll give you
Fantastic game.
Mario Kart 8, best Mario Kart. Yep.
I can totally see there being some sort of retro renaissance for the Wii U at some point, maybe
definitely,
10 years down the road.
Yeah. The Wii U, for me, is right there with the Wii and the N64 in that none of them have... I don't have a huge collection of games for any of them.
No.
But some of the games on those systems were the greatest games ever. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I will give you that. Like Mario Kart 8, by far the best Mario Kart ever made, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then N64, like, yes, F-Zero X and Super Mario 64, absolutely. But when you just look at volume, no, I don't think I don't think they can even be compared to systems that had major third-party support, especially when you can't compare it to the Super Nintendo. I mean, the Super Nintendo, that was all the greatest console game makers in the world, making amazing games for one console.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
All right.
Yeah.
You're wrong, Johnston.
I guess so. Jeez.
And it was a scratch.
Let's do these two. We got two.
Hey, CJ.
Same thing. Yeah?
CJ, how excited are you about the impending release of Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill?
Are they going to release it?
Did you hear about this?
No.
What?
Is it finally coming out?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
No.
Oh man, there's a big brouhaha. There's a doings a transpiring about
There's doings afoot.
About Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill. Apparently, Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill, for those who do not know,
I didn't know there was a copy in existence.
was a game, Kaneko, a publisher called, what's that?
Kaneko, but
Kaneko?
I don't know if you're right or not.
Yeah. They were a video game publisher, and this was in the, I guess it was 93. They had planned to release a game called Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill, based on Socks the Cat, who was the
Clinton's cat.
The Clinton's cat when Bill Clinton was president of the United States of America.
Right.
And it was a
platformer. They had CES, a booth at CES where they had Socks the Cat Rocks the Hill and Fido Dido and Chester Cheetah.
Fido Dido also not released.
Yeah.
Did that not get released?
No,
I don't think so.
Released.
Okay.
He was the 7-Up mascot, by the way, for anyone who wasn't around when that was happening.
Well, he was
on a lot of things.
I think he was an independent character that 7-Up licensed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he didn't. I don't think he lasted very long because then there was Spot almost immediately.
Yeah, I mean, like, Cool Spot was completely created and owned by 7-Up, but Fido Dido was just another character that they licensed. Right. Yeah. But,
sorry, I didn't mean to get off track.
No. That's any opportunity to talk about Fido Dido, I'm going to take.
Amen, brother.
So, let me tell you guys about Rude Dog and the Dweebs. Have you guys?
Okay, continue your story.
So, Socks the Cat was never released. The game was never released, and now supposedly it became kind of a long lost game. But there was one copy. A former employee of Kaneko had a ROM of the game and gave it or sold it to I forget exactly who it was given to, but it was given to a prominent video game collector who a few years ago sold it for as far as I know, the amount is undisclosed, but apparently let's see, Jason Wilson was the guy who got the copy originally.
Okay.
So the Kaneko person gave it to Jason Wilson, who sold it for quote the price of a decent used car.
Okay.
So probably a few $1,000s. Sold it to some other guy who was apparently super keen on releasing the game. In terms of, dumping the ROM or something like that, just to get it out there. And so now the guy who currently owns the game is talking about setting up a Kickstarter. I guess he actually got the rights. I guess he has full legal rights to the Socks the Cat license.
Okay.
So he has full legal rights to release this game, and he's looking to start a Kickstarter to create like physical copies of the game and a full box and manual
For the
and all this
Chameleon?
No, apparently doing basically like SNES Repro cartridges.
Okay.
So that's, I don't know when it's going to be starting up, but it sounds like it's impending. So, but apparently there is a big chunk of the video game preservation community that is very upset that they say that he is holding the game hostage behind his Kickstarter. They want him to just dump the ROM and put it out there for everyone, and they're upset that he's trying to
make money off of it.
Profit.
Make money, yeah. So
I could see that, I guess. I mean, if it'd be one thing if he was just selling a version that already
let me preview it for you. It's going to be a bad game.
Well, of course, I believe the guy who owns the cartridge has actually. I was reading something where he actually comes out and says, "Yeah, I don't think it's a very good game."
Yeah.
But obviously there are people who will want to have a copy of it just for the history of it. Yeah, for the lols cats. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's I don't know. What are your guys' opinion of this? Is he
well within
wrong?
his rights to do what he's doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Should he just be releasing the game for free, or should he be able to sell this thing that he apparently has full legal rights to do?
He should be able to sell it, I guess.
Yeah, let the market decide if they want to.
Yeah, I'd kind of,
yeah,
rather that he releases it I do rather that he would release it for the sake of preservation. But I mean, if the Kickstarter is successful, I guess that's kind of gonna happen itself anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the Kickstarter is not successful and he just sits on the copy, that kind of sucks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do some more tweets.
Okay.
CJ's had enough of this crap.
Hacker Helios Proc Holiday.
CJ's really pissed. CJ just wants to download a free ROM of it.
Socks belongs to everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Socks is the nation's cat.
Hacker Helios Proc Holiday says Xbox One players able to get Dark Souls 3 way early through the Japanese store happened this week. Yeah. Did you guys? You may not have seen this. I
heard about it.
I thought for some reason Dark Souls was coming out this week. It came out in Japan this week, and then it comes out next month here. But apparently, if you log in, buy it through the Japanese store, then log back into your U.S. account, you can play it in English right now.
You need a mosquito.
Yeah. So that's cool, I guess. I watched some streams of it. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. It looks like Bloodborne.
Which looks like Dark Souls.
Which looks like Dark Souls. And I've never played an official Dark Souls game.
Are you going to? Are you going to take the plunge this time?
I think I will. I actually do have Dark Souls 2, but I bought it on a Christmas sale and it was super cheap. And I don't know. I played not very much of it at all. I was like, this doesn't look as good as Bloodborne. but this Dark Souls 3 sure does. So I'll go through that.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, let's do this one from Hackrelius Decoder Otter, who says, "Would the world be a better place if the Dreamcast had not only succeeded but won its generation? If so, take us to that utopia."
I don't know. Do we want Sega being the most powerful console manufacturer? And it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is what generation would that be winning, really? Because the Dreamcast came out in kind of between generations. You know what I mean? Like, they killed the Saturn off pretty early, and then the Dreamcast came out, 3 years before? 2 years before the PlayStation 2, didn't it?
Was it that long?
I don't know. It's always, the Dreamcast to me has always felt kind of like, it had no chance against the PlayStation 2, not only because it was Sony and the PlayStation ruled the world, but, outside of that opening generation of games for the PS2, the PS2 was always going to have better looking games.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It was just so much more advanced.
The PS2 was 2000, and the Dreamcast was 99.
A year, I guess, or 2 years.
So, a year.
Well, no, Dreamcast came out in 98 in Japan, did it not?
Well, right, but 99.99.
Oh, for God's sake, CJ.
It was a little over a year, though, because PS2 came out in Japan in the spring
of 2000.
Yeah, Dreamcast was like December 98, right?
I don't know. Was it? Are you just making it up, or are you looking it up?
I'm making it up. You don't know this? You're the Sega. You're our
numbers
Sega.
are just numbers change, man. It's all fluid.
You're supposed to know this stuff. You're a Sega fan.
It was November 27th, 1998. So yeah, you'd be right. About a year and a half.
Yeah.
God. My point is,
what is happening?
That I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know what would have happened with the way. Maybe Sega never would have had to be sold to Sammy. I don't know. It seems to me that they were already in financial ruin at that point anyway, weren't they? I mean, in all honesty, they weren't doing very well when the Dreamcast came out.
Needed was the hardware to take off in the U.S. like Sega had done in the Genesis days, and that just didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, they needed that to happen in Japan, too.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, it would be nice if Sega was still around as a console manufacturer, although hard to say.
Okay.
I wish my Dreamcast still worked.
It doesn't work anymore?
The drive is pretty sketchy on it right now.
That's too bad.
Oh, you know what I did find tonight when I was going through some boxes I brought up from the basement? Well, PlayStation 2 test unit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
All right.
It's kind of neat.
Neato. So we got two of these tweets, so I'll just read them. I'll read one of them, but attribute it to both Hacker Alias, Mr. Nelson, and Thorbon3, who say, in honor of the holiday, what are some of your favorite Easter eggs in games?
Death Tank. Does anyone remember Death Tank?
No.
It was
vaguely.
Yeah, it was the game Power Slave and Quake, and I think Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh,
I think
right.
Involved in this. They were all done by called Lobotomy Software on the Saturn, and if you had save files from one or the other,
wasn't that like a Scorched Earth kind of game or something?
Yeah, like Worms. It was the same type of game. It was projectile and but it was just called Death Tank.
Yeah, that's right.
What about the Genesis swap trick where you could get like the Japanese version of a game by swapping two colors?
ripping out a cartridge while the power's still on. Yeah. Probably not the best.
Come on.
Probably not the best idea.
Yeah.
Power on your game and then just rip it out there.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. That just seems like probably not the best for your system.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Easter eggs.
I always enjoyed the big head codes on NBA Jam.
Yeah.
Those were fun.
I mean, Mortal Kombat in general had a bunch of cool Easter eggs.
Mortal Kombat, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked in Arnold Palmer Golf for the
The one
Genesis.
with Fantasy Zone.
Yeah, it had Fantasy Zone hidden in it.
Yes,
Huh.
indeed. Yep. Although it wasn't the whole game, right? It was just like
No, it
the
was
first
just a level.
stage.
You had to turn it off. You had to turn it off to end it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The original Maniac Mansion was in Day of the Tentacle. I don't know if you guys knew about that. What was that
Yes.
for a?
I didn't know that.
Yes. What else?
The horse stuff in Daytona. Could unlock
the horse.
You could unlock actually a horse as a playable vehicle in
Oh, really?
Daytona on the Saturn. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I don't think I ever knew that.
Pepsi Man in I think it was Fighters Megamix.
The Japanese
version.
Fighting Vipers, actually.
Fighting Vipers, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pepsi Man.
Was
it
just
only
like
the
a
Japanese version.
regular character though? I mean, that wasn't like a.
No, I'm pretty sure I unlocked them.
Okay.
I don't know. That's all I can come up with.
But that was pretty well advertised, though, wasn't it? Though.
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't remember watching a lot of Japanese commercials back then.
What were you doing with your life? Seems like a waste. Seems like a waste.
Whatever it wasn't the right thing.
Oh, man.
All right, we done?
Sure.
We can call it. Yeah. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you would like to comment on something you heard, or perhaps throw us a question, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitter, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information, blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Seward.
Another one coming soon.
And you'll find Generation 16 episodes.
I just finished another segment tonight before we started the show.
Really?
And when we're done, I'm going to go capture some more footage and try to get the script written for the final segment of this episode.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh.
Awesome. And you'll find a message board where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99.
Cheap.
To pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application. It gives you one-touch communication with us via the voice.
So close.
Happy Easter, everybody.
You'll get it by episode 500.
Via the emails and the Twitters, what have you. You also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, Android and cell phone telephone users, Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for your listening device as well for that same $1.99.
Also cheap.
You can find that right over there at the Amazon Android Marketplace. You also have we're on Stitcher. We're on Facebook. You can like us. You can head over to youtube.com/P1Podcast to see archives of our shows and to watch us record live most weeks. Just follow our Twitter account to find out when we will be broadcasting our next live show. And if you've liked what you heard, and how could you, you can head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. It keeps the lights on. It keeps CJ rolling in buying peripherals that he already owns and games that he already owns that he'll never play anyway. If you have a couple bucks left over, head over to generation-16.com. Throw a couple bucks Stewart's way to convince him to maybe get off his duff and finish an episode.
So close.
The long forgotten
9 months.
The long forgotten Generation 16, the premier
This baby's ready to be born.
series about Sega's proudest achievement, the Sega Genesis. Wouldn't you agree,
Yes,
Greg?
please. I would agree.
Wouldn't you agree? Would you say, Greg Seward, that the Sega Genesis has more good games on it than the Wii U?
Yes.
Well, now you're just talking nonsense. What episode will we be seeing Normie's Beach Baborama. Is
It's
that
not
coming
for a
up
little
soon?
while. I think I need to get through. When did that come out? 92, I think.
I, you know what? I don't have that information at
You
my
don't know? I
fingertips.
kind of expected you to know that.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I mean, I know a lot of stupid information,
you do that. Yes.
but Normie's Beach Baborama's
Came out in
release date.
1994.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. So that was like a year away from PS1,
Yeah.
is what you're saying there.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the late release. Okay. So I guess we won't be seeing that one for a while.
No, I'll probably be dead before I get to 1994. Considering the first 5 games of December 1990 have taken 9 months to put together.
Oh my goodness. They better be some darn fine games.
There's some good stuff in there.
Okay, good. Okay. CJ,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Phil. And you know what? I was on another podcast this week, the Power Pros podcast with Mr. Chris Hoffman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Talking about the 3DS turning 5 years old.
and Cody is the co-host there now, right?
He was not on that week.
Oh, was Cody not on that week? Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
So just
Yes.
Chris Hoffman and me talking about
Okay.
Nintendo. So
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
to that.
my-
I'll link to that in the show notes if
Neato.
anyone's interested.
My former
Fine
co-worker,
Nintendo podcast.
Chris Hoffman there.
That's right.
Yeah. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you guys talk about?
We talked about the 3DS turning 5 years old. We talked about
Really?
Hyrule Warriors Legends, some Pokken tournaments,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's weird. When we worked at Nintendo Power together, Hoff would usually he never really had anything good to say about you when we would talk about oh yeah, I just yeah.
The Hoff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's he goes. He had a whole column in the Nintendo Power letters page called "Don't Hassle the Hoff."
Yeah. That's great.
But yeah, I would talk about. Oh yeah, I was recording a new Player One podcast, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a good. I like that show." But he, like I said, never had much good to say about you.
Like that show. Still never saw it mentioned in the pages of Nintendo Power, though. Thanks a lot.
Well, you know.
Then again, you guys haven't had many good things to say about CJ on this episode, so you know.
What are you talking about? No, I'm just.
No, see, if you're gonna make statements like the one you made, you deserve everything you get.
What?
You heard me.
Aw.
CJ.
Yeah.
What?
CJ.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just playing. I don't want you to think less of Hoff.
I
was
would
just-
not. I
was
knew
quiet.
that you.
I was just playing, man. I was just.
a fib. You're
I
fibbing.
was ribbing you. I was telling tales out of school. I was
That's
yanking
right.
your chain,
That's right.
pulling your. Well, I was pulling something of yours.
Okay.
And Greg,
Hi.
thank you.
You're welcome. Listen,
What?
I'm gonna be in Milwaukee in 2 weeks
Milwaukee
on the Retronauts podcast.
means the good earth.
Live, the Midwest Gaming
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Come check it out, April 9th. Come watch if you're going to be in the area. If you're not in the area, make sure you listen to the episode of Retronauts. We're going to be talking about the Master System, and I have 2 weeks to figure out what the hell a Master System is.
Have you not played the Master System?
Yeah, I've played the Master System a lot.
Okay, I was gonna say.
And I'm going to also
Yeah.
start pimping this. So, Extra Life, it's 2016. Time to start asking for money.
Oh,
For
here we
sick
go
children
again.
here in Halifax. Yeah, and it's happening. It's starting. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is actually April 30th is Board Game Appreciation Day. So I'm going to be
Yeah.
streaming live over at twitch.tv/Sewart some board games for
Board
12
games?
hours that day. Yeah.
But like Sorry and
Yeah, Monopoly, Shoots and
Okay.
Ladders.
even I know that
Yahtzee.
Monopoly is kind of looked down upon in the board game community.
Even what?
Nobody likes Monopoly.
Nobody liked Monopoly before people were into all these new board games.
All these like crazy,
whoever
all
liked
these
Monopoly.
crazy German board games
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
No.
But anyway, April 30th. So mark it on your calendars. I'm going to be talking about it again every week until then. But yeah, let's start raising some money. I haven't raised anything yet this year. It's March. Let's get this ball rolling.
There you go. Hey, while you're at the Midwest Gaming Classic, are you gonna hang out with Trickman Terry?
Oh, is he gonna be there?
Oh, he'll be there.
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't he be there? That's a
He
stupid
will
question.
definitely be. That's like
So we'll have to get a hold of him and see if he's gonna be around. Definitely.
I can guarantee you. I'm sure. I mean, he's
sure he'll be
he's probably busy. I mean, I would not be surprised if he's got panels or something. But he will. Yeah, because Terry's pretty heavily involved in the whole kind of retro game community now. So, but yeah, you should meet up and hang out with him.
God, it's been a long time since I've seen Terry.
Yeah, Terry's a great guy.
Yes, he is.
So
I will have to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
And I guess everyone next week. What episode number is this?
490.
10 more before the end of the show.
Oh man. We're at 490?
Yeah.
We're at the 10 countdown now, huh?
Yep.
Jeez Louise.
Every
Okay.
time.
Okay. Well, if any of you folks at home think you've wasted your life,
look at
get
us.
ready for our countdown to 500 episodes. Join us, won't you?
Let's just reboot it after that.
Hey.
So much.
Hey.
Yeah.
I like that idea. Finally, I can take on a different persona. The obnoxious little twerp is starting to wear even on me.
Oh, none of us feel that way, Phil.
Really? Well, then let's 500 more, folks.
Let's do it.
500 more.
I feel like if we end the show before all of our kids are grown and gone off to college, at least, we failed. Because when we started this,
Yeah.
None of us had kids.
none of us had kids.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Oh man. I'm just looking forward to.
And I also hope that none of our children have failed at life so completely that they don't take over the show.
Yeah.
If they end up taking over the show, then we've gone wrong somewhere.
Well, I was just going to say that I was really looking forward to the day when one of us croaks in the middle of the week and then just one of our children slips in as our replacement the next week.
That will be what they will want to be doing that Saturday. Sunday. Dad died 3 days ago.
Show must go on, Finn. We're sorry, but
show must go on.
This is what he would have wanted. This is what he would have wanted. Oh man!
All right.
Next week.
Sure.
Maybe.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.